Welcome back. We are still on the topic construction. In the previous video, we learned how to use a ruler and a pair of compasses only to construct a 150 degrees angle. In this video, we are going to learn how to use a ruler and a pair of compasses only to construct a 75 degrees angle. Let's start. We have a question here and it says that using a ruler and a pair of compasses only, construct a 75 degrees angle at O. So we have the line AB here and this is point O which falls on the line AB. We are going to construct a 75 degrees angle at point O. 75 degrees is equal to 60 degrees plus 15 degrees. We have learned how to construct both a 60 degrees and a 15 degrees angle. To help us understand how to construct a 75 degrees angle, let's consider this sketch. Let's say that this is the line and this is point O which falls on the line. With point O as a center, we will open our compass to a reasonable radius and draw a semicircle on the line. Let's call this point point A and this point B. Using the radius of the compass that we use to draw the semicircle, when we stand at point B and construct an arc, it will intersect the semicircle at this point. From the previous videos, we have learned that the angle between this point and point B is 60 degrees. Let's call this point point C. When we draw a straight line to join point C to point O, the angle created here will be 60 degrees. So angle COB will be 60 degrees. Now, let's construct a 90 degrees angle by bisecting the semicircle. So to bisect the semicircle, we will put the needle of the compass on point A, then open it to a reasonable radius and construct an arc. With the same radius of the compass, we will put the needle on point B and turn the compass and construct another arc to intersect the first arc that we constructed. We have the two arcs intersecting at this point and this is point O. When we draw a straight line through this point and point O, the angles formed along this line will be 90 degrees. Let's call this point here point D. So as we can clearly see on the diagram, the angle between point D and point B is 90 degrees, and the angle between point C and point B is 60 degrees. So what it means is that the angle between point D and point C will be 90 degrees minus 60 degrees, which is 30 degrees. So the angle between point D and point C is 30 degrees. 30 degrees divided by 2 will give us 15 degrees. So when we bisect the angle between the point D and point C, we are going to get 15 degrees each. So it means that if we draw a straight line that will bisect the angle between point D and point C, we can say that the angle formed here will be 15 degrees. Let's call this point point E. So the angle between point E and point C is 15 degrees. We have already seen that the angle formed here is 60 degrees. So if this point is point E, then we can say that angle EOB is 75 degrees because angle EOB will give us 15 degrees plus 60 degrees, and 15 degrees plus 60 degrees will give us 75 degrees. So this is how to construct a 75 degrees angle. Now that we know how to go about this, let's do the actual construction. So we have the line AB here and this is point O. We are going to construct a 75 degrees at point O. So as we have seen, we will first put the needle of the compass on point O, then we will open it to a reasonable radius, turn it and construct a semicircle on the line AB, just as I've done here. Now, with the same radius that we used to draw the semicircle, we move the needle of the compass from point O and put it on this point. Put it on this point, then you turn the compass and construct an arc to intersect the semicircle. We know that the angle formed between this point and this point is 60 degrees. Now let's construct the 90 degrees angle by bisecting the semicircle. So in order to do that, you put the needle of the compass on this point, you adjust the compass a little bit, then you turn it and construct an arc here. With the same radius, you move the needle of the compass to this point, then you turn it and construct another arc to intersect the first arc that you constructed. So we have it here. I'm going to clean some part off so that it becomes quite clearer for us. Okay, I think this is okay. Now we have 2 points. The first one is the point of intersection of the two arcs, and the second one is point O. We will join them to get the 90 degrees angle. So you pick your ruler and your pencil and you draw a straight line through the 2 points. So draw a straight line to join them, just as I'm doing here. You join the 2 points with a straight line, and this will give us our 90 degrees angle. The angle formed between this point and this point is 30 degrees, because the angle formed between this point and this point is 60 degrees, and the angle formed between this point and this point is 90 degrees. So as we saw in the previous slide, the angle formed between this point and this point is 30 degrees. We want a 15 degrees angle so that we can add it to the 60 degrees here to get the 75 degrees. So we are going to bisect the angle between this point and this point. To do that, you take the compass and you put the needle on this point. You adjust the radius a little bit, then you turn it and construct an arc. With the same radius of the compass, you move the needle from this point and you put it on this point. Then you turn it and construct another arc to intersect the first arc that you constructed. So you construct another arc to intersect the first arc, just as I've done here. Now I'm going to take the compass off because we are done with it. Let me clean this part so that you can see the point of intersection of the two arcs clearly. So we have it here. This point is the point of intersection of the two arcs, and this is point O. We are going to join them to get the 75 degrees angle. So you draw a straight line through the point of intersection of the two arcs and point O. Now the angle formed between this point and this point is 15 degrees, and as we have already seen, the angle formed between this point and this point is 60 degrees. 15 degrees plus 60 degrees will give us 75 degrees. Let's call this point here point C. If this point is point C, then we can say that angle COB will be equal to 75 degrees, because the angle formed between this point and this point is 15 degrees, and the angle formed between this point and this point is 60 degrees. 15 degrees plus 60 degrees will give us 75 degrees. So we can say that angle COB is 75 degrees. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. In the next video, we are going to learn how to use a ruler and a pair of compasses only to construct a 105 degrees angle. Bye-bye.